Damani Music. Damani Music. Tamani Music.
Okay, okay, Danny Dan in the building. Salute. I want to make sure y'all guys can hear me. It's late. I was planning to do this earlier today, but it's been raining. So most of you guys will probably see this on a later, probably tomorrow, something like that. Probably have another live piggybacking this tomorrow just to talk about it. Give you guys some alternatives to the game. Um, it's crazy out here. If y'all can see this storm activity, let me see. See if y'all can see this right here. Nope, it's not. Yeah, there it is. Storm activity is crazy right now. Blessings, Danny Dan. You see the title. Are they done yet? Talking about Sosua. It seems like that's been the whole topic of the week with the stuff that's been going on. Um, it seems like, from all accounts and purposes, that this is going to continue for a little bit. Um, but this guy right in the building, salute. Guys, hopefully some more people come back in, but either or, we'll continue on and they'll see it another day. Are they done yet in Sosua? Is the conversation dead? I mean, the reason why I wanted to bring this live, it's going to be quick, about an hour. The reason I wanted to bring this live is because I wanted to give guys an alternative. There are guys, you guys got to understand that there's a lot of people who love and cherish the North Coast, Puerto Plata, and they travel to Sosua, their trips there, they got investments there, and things of that nature. You got to understand that. So there's a lot of outrage. It's a big subject, but I think it's overdone. It's overdone because there are too many destinations in the world, guys. There's way too many destinations in the world to go to if this place is acting up. On the same island, there's a ton of different places to go where you can go and have your fun and you can still have your mangoes there too. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of information. I'm going to follow this up tomorrow too with some more information. But I just want to tap into, I'm going to piggyback off of what you guys already know and what you already know, because if you've seen Check and Effects videos, um, you've seen the boy in Roatan, Honduras. So that's one of the destinations. Now, this is particularly for the weekend warriors. This is particularly, I'd never do videos for the mango, the mongers, but this is for you guys, those guys that need to tap in and visit somewhere, clap some cheeks, and get going. Roatan is one of those places that you could go to. So if you guys have never been to Roatan, we're gonna show you. I'm gonna give you all some information. But before I do that, let's talk about Sosua one last time. Whatever is going on in Sosua, like people have said, the Sosua situation continues to happen yearly. This thing, it happens. Something's happened in Sosua. Everybody goes crazy over Sosua. Everybody goes. There's so many videos that I've seen. There's Sosua dead. There's Sosua, and it still arises, man. It's like Sosua is like gout. You understand me? It's like gout, guys. It's like a sprain. It's like a high ankle sprain, right? You know what I'm saying? It takes a long time, but it keeps nagging and nagging at you. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just giving you a context of the consistency and the resiliency of Sosua. You understand what I'm saying, fellas? So for you guys that are, tuning in to the, what's his name? Razor Rays and all the other guys that's doing Sosua content and all that stuff. I mean, even myself, right? Um, yeah, it's a big deal for these guys. And people in the comments and in the chats and in Instagram and all that, they saying, this Sosua this, Sosua that, Sosua this, Sosua that. Sosua is necessary. Sosua is a necessary place for men, for all the same reasons that men have complained in the West or in the first world countries. For all the times that men have complained about this and that, Sosua is a place that you can go and enjoy yourself. And it's been like that for years. There's been robberies. There's been chica fights. There's been chicas trying to beat up the gringo. Uh, there's been people killed. All right. There's been people jailed. All right. There's been gringos caught with pistols and drugs. All in Sosua Puerto Plata area. But it's still, after all of the stuff that happens in Sosua, it continues to move on. The train keeps going no matter what. The parties that happen during Halloween, the parties that happen for Super Bowl, people are still going to go no matter what. And if you do not believe me, and all these people that you hear, all these motherfuckers that you hear talking about Sosua this, Sosua that, Sosua that, just look at it in the same lens, fellas. Look at Sosua in the same lens as Medellin. There is bags being zipped up with bodies in it and bodies being shipped back to the United States, and the planes cannot be any fuller in Medellin, guys. So I think it's a clickbait. We're all gonna fall for this clickbait. I still fall for clickbait. Like, I love O'Shea Duke Action. I love O'Shea. I love O'Shea. But some of his content or most of it is clickbait stuff, right? You click on it and it ain't really what the title suggests, right? So it's still good content, but it's not what I thought was gonna happen. They'd be like, yo, she's such and such is canceled and done, and it never really is the case, right? This is the case, similar situation with Sosua. Sosua is until right, the clickbait, yeah, OJ, right? Until you see news clippings, and thanks for old crusty Uncle Rico that gave me that page. I didn't know the Dominicans were sophisticated enough to have a page in English, right? What is it, Dominicana Today? Teammates in the building, salute. OC boy in the building. Sophisticated enough to have a page, but they did. Until you start to see news articles or news from worthy news sites about what's going on in Sosua, when they start buying up property, shutting down stores, rebuilding, people coming in. I said to Rico last week, I said, listen, if they start putting police on the beat daily where the stroll is, then I mean, you got something there. But for the most part, this is just an inconvenience for the shorties, for the mangoes, and you dig, they'll probably be back out there. Maybe they won't. But you still got destinations to go to. You still got people are still gonna buy that property. Here's the key: if the older expats that are traveling to that have property in the Sosua area are a little bit wary, I bet you 100. I bet you all the money that I'll make in my lifetime that those guys are not panicking to sell, because they know if and when Sosua tries to turn itself into a resort town, they're sitting on prime real estate. They're gonna double their investment, possibly. You know what I'm saying? So those guys are really not panicking. I mean, they still got, look, all those guys that live in the expats that live in Sosua, fellas, they got their mangoes on speed dial, bro. They got their set of mangoes, bro. They got their women they deal with. The stroll, if you've never been to Sosua, the stroll is for the new guys that come in. See them walking, you want to grab one. The guys, the OGs that's over there, they got their mangoes that they deal with. They deal with on an everyday basis. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's necessary. Sosua may be trash, Bruce, but it's necessary. Salute to Bruce in the building. It's necessary. It's a place where guys can go and relax, and guys can go and simply lock ass. I mean, that's what you want to do. I mean, what else is there to do there in Sosua except see the shorties and lock ass? There's beautiful beaches and all that. We might have to dip out if it rains again. We in hurricane. It's hurricane. I'm doing this in hurricane warning. So we outside. And I felt a nice cool breeze coming through, so we might have to slide up inside. But there is other places to go, fellas. If you guys are if for the Sosua crowd, you can go to Punta Cana. Punta Cana got, if not the same or maybe better mangoes out there. Um, you could go to Puerto Plata, regular Puerto Plata. You can go to Cabarete. I heard Cabarete has a nice little area you could go to. You can go to Nagua. There's mangoes all over the place. You are never, I promise you this. I promise you this. $100. $100 to everybody that goes to one of those places and cannot find a mango. You ain't looking. So you probably ain't gonna get it. But you ain't looking. It's easy to find mangoes all over that island. It's a mango farm. The Dominican Republic is a mango farm, right? For all you, for the mangoes, you can find a mango in Santiago. You can find a mango in, obviously, in Santo Domingo. Boca Chica's still there. Bani has a beach near Bani where you could get some mangoes. Maybe the price is a little different. Barahona definitely got mangoes out there. You understand what I'm saying? Nagua, Las Terrenas, Samaná, mangoes all around. So you're not, you know what I'm saying? There's other places you can go. While this blows over, fellas. But for the adventurer, the guy that's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of the Dominican Republic. I want to go somewhere else. Well, Check in Effect just did a show. He was in Honduras. I was in Honduras, what, 3 years ago? Honduras is a great place that you could go and you could get you could have a nice beach feel to you. You could have Honduras is a lot cheaper than Dominican Republic, except the only place in Honduras that is not as cheap as Dominican Republic is the island of Roatan, where Check is at, where he was at. Roatan is, the prices is a little crazy. It's a little crazy compared to the mainland. But you have La Selva. And I'm going to show you guys on the map what it looks like, what I'm talking about. So you understand there's other places to go. If you want to travel somewhere else, I mean, you guys obviously are my team, everybody that follows me is well established travelers. They know how to find different places, but I'm gonna give you a look at what it looks like. And this is places that's an hour, 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours outside of Miami. So right off the mainland United States, you get there real quick. Let's go to La Selva right here. So this is La Selva. It's pronounced La Selva, like it has La Ceiba, but some locals call it La Selva, like it has an L in it, right? And so, nice little beach town. And I'm going to zoom out so y'all can see where it's located at. You see what I'm saying? So La Selva is right here. And I'm pretty sure that maybe it's here where you take the ferry to get to Roatan. I think Roatan has its own airport. Let me zoom in and see if Roatan has its airport. I believe Roatan, it does have an airport. Roatan has its own airport, but don't trip. La Selva's pretty popping too. It got some areas you can go in and get it popping. Beach low area. Let's take a look at what the beach look like from the ground level. Let's see if we can zoom in on this motherfucker. Nice little bulwark town area, you know what I'm saying? Little beach area. You could get your little, sun and fun in there. They got some clubs and all that over there. You can get it popping, and there's a lot of mangoes over here. There's some mangoes over here, so you can mango it up over there. That's La Selva. If you don't need the beach area and you want to go to somewhere where, you could find some baddies, you go to San Pedro de Sula, but San Pedro de Sula is notoriously known to be a little dangerous. I think it changed a little bit with the recent activities of the Trump administration and the president of El Salvador and Honduras trying to clean up things and try to make a viable location for some jail situations for people get kicked out of it. But you could go there. Honduras, like my man said, Honduras has a nice, Caribbean feel. And what is crazy is a lot of people in La Ceiba speak English. So you go over there, you don't have to work on your Spanish, or you don't have to brush out, pull out your phone, and boom, you off and running, fellas. So there's an area for you. You know what I'm saying? You guys already know about Costa Rica. You know about Limon. You know about what's the other one's name? Jaco or whatever. Is it Jaco Beach? Is that the other one? Limon and Jaco, right? I think it's Jaco, if I'm not mistaken. I've never been to any of those places, but you know what I'm saying? Costa Rica is another mango city. It's like a lot of mangoes. Everybody know that Costa Rica got mangoes. They had mangoes for years. Who we kidding? So you can find the mangoes and enjoy yourself. Costa Rica is on the expensive side. If price is a problem for you, if it's not, there it is. There's beautiful baddies there. In Costa Rica, here's what you're going to find, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to find Venezuelans. You're going to find Colombians. You're going to find Panamanians. You're going to find Nicaraguans. You're going to find a melting pot of women here because they know that this area in Costa Rica, a lot of expats or gringos travel. So you're going to find what you need or what you want in this area, and they're going to be bad. So you don't have to worry about that. Costa Rica is another viable option. Panama, I've been to Panama. I haven't been to any of the beaches or the resorts either. But Panama's an option. You've seen some videos done in Panama. I think Barber's World did a video over there, I think, and definitely Keith did videos over there. I mean, you got Panama. There's other places that you can go. You understand, fellas? Here's a nice little place. You wanna travel with your mango to a nice place, low key. You could bring it to El Salvador, the beach areas. Shout out to Travelmatic. Travelmatic did a video in did various videos in El Salvador, San Salvador. They've cleaned that place up. It's amazing what they did with the crime and all that. You know what I'm saying? And El Salvador. But then, you know what I'm saying? You got Belize. Now, I don't know too much about Belize as far as the economics and how cheap or expensive it is. But from all accounts, from what I've heard, Belize has some beautiful beach areas and resorts. So you got Belize that you could travel to. And, for you guys that still, and look at this, you got Cuba. Guys is going to Cuba in droves. You fly to Cancun, boom, and then fly to Havana. Guys is going to Cuba in droves and enjoying themselves. I mean, they're making it a little too hot on these chicas, man. They posting too much stuff. They're gonna get these chicas locked up. As soon as the government start employing a tax on extracurricular activities. But you know what I'm saying? There are locations for you guys to go. Turks and Caicos is expensive, but it's becoming a hot spot for celebrities. I don't know why or what they got in Turks and Caicos. I've never been, but it's becoming a spot. It's probably not the land, and there's tons of mangoes here. One of these islands, either Turks and Caicos, fellas, it's either Turks and Caicos or it's Trinidad or Tobago. One of these islands has like a ranch. From everything that I've read and everything that I've heard and been told by travelers, there's a ranch where you just go in and you choose. It's like the casas in Medellin. You just go in there and select what you want out of these casas, fellas. So there is another avenue for that. You understand what I'm saying? JP in the building, salute. You know what I'm saying? So there's avenues for you guys to go to if in fact Sosua is not available for you guys anymore to travel to when they move the mangoes out. Um, these mangoes are definitely gonna make their way somewhere, somehow. You know what I'm saying? Um, Let me see. What's this? La Guajira. I ain't gonna talk about that. Let's leave that. Let's leave that alone. There's a girl from La Guajira, but you still got Cartagena. You still got Barranquilla. You still got, if you're brave, you Barranquilla, you got Cartagena. But if you're brave and you're looking for a place that's low key and you want to travel and you want to get out the way, you could travel to Turbo. But this right here, it takes a lot of bravery because Turbo is a place that you got to be very careful in. But if you're brave, you understand what I'm saying? So you still got these areas, you know what I'm saying, that you could travel to, fellas, that you're not locked into just one spot. Now, I saved the spot for last, right? I didn't mention Nicaragua, and here is why. Nicaragua is really not known for travel, but Nicaragua has some great beach areas. And let's take a look I'm gonna share this to y'all right now. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Make sure y'all can see that. Let me see if y'all can see that. All right. Boom. Okay. Check it out. Nicaragua. Oh man, should I put it in? I should put it in English for y'all, huh? Hold on. It is Nicaragua cuenta con el gran verdad de playas turísticas. Nah, that's not. That's not. Put that in English, gang. Okay. Let's try with let's go with TripAdvisor because this for some reason it's not translating to it's not translated into English for you guys. So let's share this tab. All right. San Juan del Sur. Let's check out San Juan del Sur. Why the hell is this shit in Spanish? They tripping. Yeah, it's in Spanish, fellas. I apologize. Yeah, JP, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh man, I can't do it. I'm not gonna mention it. But y'all can see from the geographics. And a certain YouTuber be over there. Um, I'm not gonna talk about it. uh, everything that you guys looking for. A nice beach town, decent food, you know what I'm saying? Some Airbnb, some excursions, a little history, things you can rent. You can get it done in these places. You don't necessarily need the shoe. You know what I'm saying? You could travel with a bunch of you know what this is? A lot of guys, and what I was told earlier about Sosua is like a lot of guys want to travel to a place as their first travel or somewhere they feel comfortable where there's other expats at. Well, after you've been to Sosua one time, now you could jump off the porch a little bit, and you could do a little bit more with your travels. You could go to these places and be cool. I'm not sending you some places where you're gonna be, stuck up or robbed. I'm sending you some places where it's low key. A lot of Europeans, a lot of Canadians travel to these places. Uh, some Australians you'll see travel here, Israelis. Like you'll see a lot of people traveling there, but not a lot of Americans will go to these places because they have their hot spots. But these are places that, if enough people started traveling to these places, it could possibly turn into another one of those hot spots. So let me see. It got a this beach got what 3.5 stars. Let's check out the other one that got. Let's see what the other one got. This got 4 stars. Playa Las Panitas. I think that's how you say it. Let's see. Sorry, hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. There we go. This might be a little. This looks a little intimate to me. This looks like yeah, a little. You bring a little side joint there. Small little town. Small little beach town. What you guys gotta realize is that in some of these small little beach towns, you're gonna find some shorties that's gonna go. Maybe you don't even have to pay for it in this town. Let's see where this is located at. Ah, so this is on the west coast. This is on the west coast. Let me show y'all what this looks like. Share this. This is on the west coast. Las Playas Panitas. Uh, Boneloye. That's what the hell that says. Let me see what else you got down here. Now, Leon is from. I traveled through this town, so I'm gonna zoom it out. This I traveled through this town before on a bus, so I had to pass through here. Um, I was coming from Honduras, was coming down from Honduras, and I traveled to this town, Leon, to get to Managua. So we had to pass through here. And so I didn't realize that there was beach towns all up and down here that you could go to. So that's a spot. There's also Nicaragua also has beaches, a beach resort on the East Coast. This is the East Side, and so you got beaches all up and down his area that people can go to and enjoy yourself. Stay tucked out the way, and you can get some mangoes. Anywhere there's tourists, there's gonna be mangoes, fellas. Never forget that. Bluefields. I've heard things about Bluefields. You can go down there and enjoy yourself. Now, if it's desperate for you guys, if it's desperate, oh yeah, JP, oh JP, hold on, JP, slow it down. I'm coming. I'm coming. Uh, if you're desperate to find, fellas, pay attention. This is very good. This is very good math. Let me get back on the screen. If you're desperate to find something similar to or something just like Sosua, I'm going to give you the place that, from my experience, I have been there, and from my experience, this is as closest to Sosua that you're gonna come. Um, it's as close to Sosua as you're gonna come. It's a mix of Sosua, Cartagena. Uh, it's a mix of Sosua, Cartagena. I would say Limon. It's a mix of all of them, right? So I'm gonna give you this spot, right? And this is a gem for y'all travelers. Y'all want to get some mangoes. Y'all want to do what y'all do and go crazy for a quick weekend. JP already spilled the beans. Here we go. Here we go. This is Montanita, Ecuador. This is the close you're gonna come to a Sosua or something like that. It's it's a dope little place. A lot of baddies, a lot of shorties, man. And I'll tell you, I'm gonna show you why. Montanita, right? This is in Ecuador, ladies and gentlemen. Montanita is situated on the west coast. Obviously, Ecuador only has the west coast, but it's situated probably like 2 to 3 hours outside of Guayaquil. Guayaquil is the second major city in Ecuador. The first would probably be Quito. The second would probably be Guayaquil, and the third would be Manta. Right? Major cities where a lot of tourists go. That's what I mean by major. So you have Guayaquil, you have Montanita here. You also have an area called Salinas, nice beach town. There's mango trees all up and down this route, fellas. Like you can't go wrong. But you want to go to a place with a nice nightlife. I've been to Salinas. It has its own airport. I didn't know that. I've been to Salinas passing through. Um, but nice little beaches. Let's take a look at what before we get into Montanita. But you know what I mean? Condos overlooking the beach. You can lock cheeks overlooking the beach with your mango or whatever you're doing. Nice sunrises or sunsets or whatever, what have you. What is sunrise? Sunrises in the east and sets in the west. So there you go. Nice sunsets in the west. You know what I'm saying? Nice beach area. I mean, you're gonna enjoy yourself in Salinas, but you're gonna go ape shit in Montanita. And Montanita is just geared to that vibe. It has nightclubs. It has everything that you need. So let's get back to Montanita, fellas. So y'all see what the hell I'm talking about. Y'all can get out there and get your thizzle on. I'm just giving you all alternatives, man, because I know people is tired of talking about Sosua, Sosua, Sosua. Um, but if you had to choose a different place, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, Playa Montanita. Let's take a look. Now, it was pretty cool because I came in the daytime, but I didn't get to go out on the beach in the daytime. Um, I did get to go on the beach at night, and I went to the beach at night. I didn't even know I was on the beach, fellas. I had no idea I was on the beach. I know. My bad. My bad, D. I'm sorry. I didn't I didn't get to go on the beach at night, fellas, and I'm gonna tell you why. I went on the beach at night. So I was going to a club and there was a line, there was a whole bunch of people out on the beach. Like it was, let's say for instance, it's this building right here. There's a whole bunch of people on the beach just chilling. But they were uh they had either came out to smoke or they was chilling, but they was going in the club. So the club overlooks the beach on Montanita. Pretty dope little club. It's where I ran into one of my crazy stories that I had over there. But I mean, it's a dope little spot. There's baddies all over the place, and I couldn't really film the baddies because I wasn't feeling it. You know, they all looking at you, and I wasn't feeling that. But if I if I had the right mindset like I have now, I would have went over there and just did my whole travel walk, filming everything. I filmed a little bit, but that whole strip, like it's town, it's like a beach town. Clubs, bars, restaurants, all that, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. If you're there for like a nice weekend, I wouldn't say be there for a week. You know what I'm saying? It's good for a nice weekend, maybe at maximum 4 days, and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, get out. Um, it's pretty dope. You see, dope little bars like this. So it's essentially it looks essentially similar to Sosua. And I remember saying when I was there, like, yo, this reminds me of Sosua. Because you're walking through, there's different restaurants, different shops, vendors. There's it's even look, the place got so much shit going on, guys. It's even got like German bars or English bars, or you know what I'm saying? They got like bars that are owned by like people from different countries, and you know what I'm saying, they theme, you know what I'm saying? You'll see like a whole bunch of like the Germans sitting in one side or whatever, whoever they were, right? Sitting on one side. So you can, you can find there's a lot to do. And you already, well, if you don't know, Ecuador's famous for its food. Peru and Ecuador, probably Peru, Ecuador, Chile, um, is known for its diverse cuisines, right? So their food is like diverse and fire. It's good shit. Argentina is obviously known for a steak. Brazil is well known for their steak, but for like food and different type of creative meals, like Ecuador and Peru is it. That's it. No one else touches those two countries, right? As far as food, and so you get in here, you'll find all that. You know what I'm saying? You'll find everything that you need. Is you got your typical stuff. The pizza everywhere in South America sucks, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, you're going to eat swell and you don't have to worry about it. So Montanita for me, from everything that I've seen, and I've been to Sosua, I think 3 times, three, three or four times, 3 or 4 times, right? Been to Sosua 3 or 4 times. And everything that I've seen in Sosua, it reminds me, everything that I've seen in Sosua, you find in Montanita. And Montanita reminds me of um, Sosua. So how do you get there? How do you get there? There is no airport directly to Montanita or the region. So here's what you got to do, fellas. You either have to fly to Manta, which has its own beach area. If you've seen Ace Live did a video over here. You have to fly to Manta, which has its airport. And you could chill in Manta. Manta's got, a nice little tourist sound town and all that. Um, a lot of people travel there and vacation there to Manta. Or you could travel to Guayaquil to fly in and then rent a car or take a bus. Each place will have a bus to take you there. Ecuador has an extensive bus system. They've got various buses, just like Colombia. They've got various bus lines that travel down there. Now, um, my advice, if you're in Ecuador and you're taking buses from Quito, anywhere else, I'd probably say fly because Ecuador has a terrible track record for bus accidents. But if you're on the low side, because this is in the mountains, fellas, this area of Quito, Ambato, Cuenca, all that, Baños, all of that is in the mountains. It's high, elevation high. I'm talking about you. You're gonna feel it. The breathing. It's in the mountains. Now you got to travel. The bus will take you out those mountains, and these are probably the steepest cliffs I've ever seen. Colombia was high. I took a bus ride from Medellin to I took a bus ride from Medellin to Cartagena, and that was crazy. I've never been so scared in my life. The scaredest I've ever been on a bus, like scared, like something's gonna happen, like this bus driver's gonna lose it, was in Ecuador, and the my peoples that I know over there, they kept sending me articles about bus crashes. It was like, yo, don't take that line, take this line, and so um, I ended up taking it. I ended up finding a route. The route that I found came from Quito, and it went this way through Santo Domingo. So once like from when you're in Quito, Quito's elevated, right? It's an elevated city like Lima. So once you get down, boom, it's not that bad. You'll get to Santo Domingo, and it's all like flat area, and the bus will either take you here or take you down here, right? But normally, majority of the buses that you take from Quito to go anywhere west or anywhere down here will take you through these mountain ranges. It'll take you through these mountain ranges, and it'll bust a hard right, and then take you down here to like Guayaquil, right? Which is wild. And this is where a lot of the accidents happen. So, I mean, you got options. Y'all got options. You feel me? Yo, let me see if I could Google something. Let me go see if I could. Let me see. Bus. Let me see if I can Google something for y'all. They just tons of bus crashes, bro. So I'm gonna show you. This is Ecuador, bro. These are all Ecuador buses, man. You got buses rolling over in the mountain ranges, bro. Man, this it's just wild. And so this picture, this look at this is crazy. They still got the blood over there. That's wild. Um, this is crazy because this is what I saw. This is what I saw when I took a bus in Ecuador. Um, it was where was I going? I was coming from. Where was I coming from? Where the hell I was going? Where was I coming from, man? Forget where the hell I was coming from. I think I might have actually taken that route. I think I might have. Anyways, we were coming down the mountains from this town called what the hell is the name of this town? It's outside of Guayaquil. Guayaquil. It's called Babahoya, right here. Babahoya. So we're coming down from here. So I did take this route because I remember. I took this route and then I took the other route. So I took my first time. Let me correct myself. The first time I took a bus, it went the other way. The second time I took a bus, it went this way. So we're coming down through the mountains, right? And so the bus, we're coming down through. Let me show you. Let me show you what it is, what I'm looking at, because I'm forgetting what I'm looking at. We're coming down. We're coming down off these mountains, right? We're coming down off these mountains. Boom, 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 boom. We hit up to Babahoya. Now, when I got to Babahoya, it's low ground. Like Babahoya, you're coming down mountains a little bit, but it's not crazy. You're not in the mountains. You're coming down hills here versus coming down the mountains. So we're coming through these mountains, and it is pure. I'm telling you guys, it's pure fog, pure fog. The bus driver could not see in front of him. Like I have no idea. Let me see if y'all can see. Let me see if I can get a picture so y'all can see what the fog looks like up there. I mean, you got a relative idea. Everybody has seen fog, you know what I'm saying? But here is a CNN picture. There's a CNN picture right here. You see the bus? If you see the bus in the background, you see fog. The fog, this is light. It was thick. You couldn't see from the front of this bus to like where the end of this picture is. It was thick. And they're riding through like these small streets, small towns, high up in the mountains. And the houses are situated on cliffs, fellas. So if you swerve one way, you're gonna crash through a house and down a ravine. It was just crazy wild. So, you know, these are you can just see the countless accidents that Ecuador has in buses. Countless. Countless. There was Americans that died too. It's countless. Look at this. Wild work. Yeah. Um, it's better. It's better. It's better. My right hand of God. There was a bus driver in Spanish who said while he was driving the bus that he was gonna quit. He's tired of driving, and I was like, when I heard that, we was already moving. I was like, this shit is, bruh. It just felt like to me like he was gonna crash out and like just yo, I'm done. Like his wife cheated on him or something. I don't know what his problem was, but they have tons of accidents. So if in fact you decide to fly, I'm gonna give you advice. If you're in Quito and you're deciding to take a bus, you can take a bus. I mean, you're rolling the dice. I mean, to make it there. But if you're anywhere, look at guys. Let me share this screen. If you guys are anywhere, if you're any, let me see if it'll open. Nah. If you're anywhere down here in Manta, if you're anywhere away from this mountain range, if you're in Manta, if you're in Guayaquil, don't hesitate to take buses around this area because it's all flatland. So you're not cool. The accidents typically happen in the mountains. Typically always happens in the mountain ranges. And so you guys can see if you can see it or not, you see the what is that, the Andes or whatever that is, mountain range right there. So you can see it's high elevation and you're up high and that's all mountains. And so that's where all the accidents happen. When you get down here and there's no more ridges, you can let me see if I can see it and show it in maps so y'all can see what I'm talking about. See if I could do the terrain. There you go. There you go. All right. There you go. Let's see. All right. Let me check that out. Let me see if y'all see that. All right. So you see that thick ass mountain range right there, fellas? Like that's what you in. So you want to be more along these lines. These are not as high as over here, right? They're not as high as hell over here, like this. So you want to. I did a route. Where the hell is Quito? Where the hell is Quito? I did a route somewhere that went down here. It rode through these valleys, and we was cool. But when you're over here in this dark area, that dark area right here, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. You get down here. See all this? This is the Guayaquil area. This is Guayaquil area right here, and it's all flat. You know what I'm saying? So you're good money. You're good to go. So if you decide to do that, man, you're good to go. That being said, in Ecuador, fly to the coast, then you're going to be okay. Yo, David, just for my sanity, am I lying about this situation with the bus? Um, it's better for you to just fly, man. The tickets are relatively cheap, 100 $200, 150, something like that, to get from Quito to Guayaquil or Quito to Manta or something like that. You can fly. The flights are like 45 minutes, an hour. It's a short flight. Um, it's similar to Colombia. Everywhere you need to get to, Cuenca, Banos, short flights, man. It's short flights, and it's sometimes it can be short money. Sometimes I've seen it when I was there. I seen some prices like 250 for a flight from Quito to Guayaquil. I was like, yo, that's way too much money for a flight for 45 minutes, bro. It's crazy. So there y'all got it for that. This is the Sosua outside of the Sosua, Montanita. So if you guys need to get somewhere, if you guys need to get to the Cheeks, and you guys need to get a nice beach resort area that's friendly, that's safe. Remember, all the shit that happens in Ecuador, that usually happens around certain areas. This particular area is, for the most part, pretty safe. No issues come out of Montanita unless there's a drunk gringo doing something. I've heard some stories about some gringos doing some things over there and getting in trouble, but with drugs or something else or fighting or something like that. But um, never anything with the locals messing with you because that's their money. This is the tourist area. It's money. And then you also have a low key spot, which is Olón. Olon is a low key spot. It's somewhere you bring if you flying in your chica from Brazil, or you flying your chica to a nice area that you want to chill with, that you don't really need the rah rah, go to Olon. That's a nice place. There's a lot of expats that live here. A lot of expats. Um, Olon is right next to Montanita. So Olon's here, Montanita's right here. So it's right on the same route. You're gonna pass it. Yeah, if you're coming from Manta, you're gonna pass it Olon, and if you're coming from Guayaquil, you're not gonna see it, but it's not too far. You could probably catch an Uber up there. You know what I'm saying? Or rent a car, guys. If you rent a car, it's all you. It's all you. You don't have to wait on nobody. You dig? So there you go. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like if you're definitely into it, and if you're into finding another place besides the Soo, guys, there's a lot of places. Don't trip. Don't bug out. Don't panic. There's a lot of, if they actually shut it down, there's a lot of places. I'm gonna zoom y'all asses to the DR. You have endless places in the Dominican to travel, fellas. Endless places. You got Barahona right here. Look at all of this. Oh, Barahona, man, it's like I'm gonna be honest with you, fellas. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me go to the screen on this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. We all like the beautiful beaches, beautiful, nice, clear water. The best looking water that I've seen in my entire life was in Barahona. Like the water in Barahona, my God, it's this color of turquoise. It's this light. It's like this emerald topaz, beautiful color of water. It's just dope. Like Barahona, dope. And there, listen, shorties with wagons. If you went to shorties with wagons, it's all over there. Nice chocolatey wagons over there. Barahona. I'm telling you, you go there. It's a long drive, about 3-4 hours from Santo Domingo, but you go there, you will not be disappointed. You understand what I'm saying? You not be. They're more wholesome in Barahona, if you know what I'm saying. They're more. You could find your mangoes. You could find some shorties that's decent. Show it on the map, Barahona. All right. So Santo Domingo's right here up top where all these flags are at. Barajuna's right here. This is all Barahona right here. Barahona. All this beach area. From here, all is here. Right? That's Barahona. So again, it's about Santo Domingo. It's about, look how far it is. Santo Domingo here. Barajuna's here. And Santo Domingo's way over here. So you gotta drive all this shit to get down here. Pretty dope. Oh, y'all can't see? Oh man, hold on. Oh, my bad. I got you. Apologies. Boom. All right, here we go. So Santo Domingo's over here. Boom, boom, boom. And Barajuna's right here. Right here. Boom. Let me zoom in. That's Barahona. Some baddies in these barrios. Family. They've got their own airport. I don't know. I've never seen a flight for this area, but maybe there is. And this is close to the Haitian border, obviously. A disclaimer. I'm going to give y'all a disclaimer about Barahona. I'm going to give y'all a disclaimer, right? If you like to get in the water, be very fucking careful. Remember, just listen to what I'm saying, guys. If you like to get into the water, be careful in Barahona because they have a serious undercurrent there that is no joke. You know what I'm saying? Dip your little ass in that water and get the hell up out. Don't go too far. Don't try to be Greg Louganis or Michael Pookie Phelps. Get your ass in the water a little bit. Get up out of there because they got a serious undercurrent. And it has been rumored, I don't know how true it is, it's been rumored that this area is shark infested area. This is the shark infested area of Santo Domingo, of Dominican Republic. Don't know how true it is. This is what I've heard. I'm not sure if it's valid, but this is what they say. Or is it here? It might be this area here, down here, that might have the sharks area. This little tip that broke off, little hangnail that broke off over here. But I'm just be careful. Just be careful. So you see Barahona right here, Santo Domingo over here. And I mean, if you want something different off the beaten path, you also got you got Bani Beach, which is, hold on, let me look it up. Me and Check went over here. Nice little beach resort area. Bani, where the hell is it? Let's see. Let me change this back to what it used to be. Nope. What was it? Like this? Traffic? Nah. How do I get it back? Nope. Nope. Yeah, the default. All right. Back. Bani Beach House. Me and Check was here. Decent little vibe. Decent little vibe over here. Um, this isn't the beach. The beach looked a lot better than this, but I don't know if it's here or here. But Bani got a little spot. There's your all this city area. You bound to find some. There's mangoes all over this place that you can find. This is where your look. This is where your chapeadoras come from. So y'all need to be careful. You got to hold on to your wallet over here. But the problem with staying in Bani's dangerous as hell. These is where my partners is from. So my guys that I know that used to live in the States that got deported, they over here. So there's places. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then, guys, we're going to continue on. Let me see if y'all guys still with me. I remember when Drees TV went to Barahona. Yeah, yeah. But now I don't know. I don't know. Did Drees go by itself or did Drees go with Check? Because I remember they went somewhere far away together. And they left me in the city or something like that. Yeah, it's valid. Bear Grylls on Man vs. Wild said it's shark infested. Yeah. So you got to be careful around there, man. Let me see, Mel. I think Check went there. I'm gonna have to ask her if he went on that trip to Barahona, but then you got your Boca Chica. Boca Chica is always gonna be Boca Chica, but you can find the same. You're gonna find shorties in Boca Chica. That Boca Chica is right outside the airport. East side of Santo Domingo. It's actually in Las Americas. It's really not in Santo Domingo anymore. Santo Domingo, I think, changes after you cross right here, Santo Domingo East. But when you get to the airport area, that becomes Las Americas, which I don't think is Santo Domingo, but Boca Chica. Decent, get it done. I like Boca Chica. There's some nice restaurants, and there's always a lot of foreign tourists here. You get European girls, you know what I'm saying, Canadian girls. If you like them things up there, your Russian, your English, they be all over here, Boca Chica. But then to get a heavier concentration, there's Juan Dolio right here. This is probably my favorite beach in all the Dominican Republic. Juan Dolio for me is my favorite beach in all of Dominican Republic, fellas. I just like the vibes over there. So that's a vibe. There's mangoes there, of course. Then you get to what's it called? La Romana. La Romana is here, right here. The beaches in San Pedro, I haven't heard too much about it. I don't even know if they got any beaches in San Pedro. San Pedro is one of those places where a lot of baseball players come from. So, where there's a lot of baseball players, there's a different type of females for you guys. You understand what if you get my drift? Because those guys be stunting, and there's their third and fourth cousins that are baseball players, so they think they trying to get your wallet. Um, then there's La Romana Beach. I did a video on La Romana Beach. Um, the video on La Romana Beach, there was a lot of baddies there. It was crazy. That's the video that I did where the girl was married and she was trying to give me the buns. Um, she was married to a dude in DC. I remember that. Y'all remember that video? I hope. But La Romana's here, and there's another one. This is the other one. I had to take a bus from La Romana to Bayahibe. Bayahibe. Bayahibe has two sides. They have like the Dominican side and they have the Gringo side. I think La Bahia is the Gringo side, where the tourists come, and this is the Dominican side. I didn't make it to the Gringo side. I only made it to the Dominican side, and this beach was packed full of baddies, packed full of baddies, bro. I kid you not. So a lot of people that work in Playa Bayahibe, they live in La Romana, so they'll take the bus down here. And plus, there's a big ass resort called Capcom, which it's like rich people that go there and live there, and famous right here, Casa de Campo. I'm sorry, Casa de Campo is like it's got golf courses, all this shit on there where like rich people go. It's like a gated community for vacation homes. There's people that live there, that billionaires and millionaires that live here in this area. I don't think you can even get in there unless somebody invites you. So it's all gated. So you'll pass through here, you'll pass over that, and then to get to Playa Bayahibe. So that's another spot. And then last but not least, y'all, last but not, if you really need to get to that Mango Vibe area, you still got Punta Cana, you got Bávaro, you got all that up there. You got Samana here, English speakers over here. You got La Tarenas up here, and over here you got Nagua. You know what I'm saying? Nagua got some baddies. Nagua probably got some of the most beautiful women on that island. I would still say Santiago has the best looking women on the Dominican island. I will say that per capita, if you will, right? But Nagua got some baddies. You know, nice little light skin, not like red bone light skin, but a nice little shade of some nice little. Let me see. Who would I say? Who would I give them? Like what's the Zoe Zaldana? Like that color, that caramel color, nice over there with some big old asses and natural stuff up top. You know what I'm saying? So Nagua's dope. Now I don't know what the beach is looking like because I rode through there. I think I think Rico said that he went there with Razor Rays or something like that. But just to look at what Nagua looks like. But there's a lot of places, fellas, that y'all could go. Don't trip. Don't trip. The world is big. If it ain't Sosua, it's somewhere else. And sometimes you want to get away from them Negroes, man. Sometimes you want to get away from those guys. You feel me? Sometimes you just want to be around. You want to do your thizzle away from the locals. Sheldon in the building, salute. They scam all over the island back to Ecuador. Yo, that's why it's called Scam Island for a reason, fellas. It really is. It really is called Scam Island for a reason, you know? But yeah, they scam all over the island. But you could probably, and you know, you'll probably find, salute to Bianca in the building. Oh, man. Um, but you can find some places that's going to be, you know, nice for you. The first thing that guys should be looking for on your vacation, even if you're looking for some cheeks, right? I'm not if let me get back to this. Even if you're looking for some cheeks, gentlemen, like cheeks is great. I mean, wars have been fought over it, people have been killed, brothers been betrayed and slayed. Cheeks is amazing, absolutely amazing. And unfortunately, the ladies know cheeks is good too. That's why. Uh, that's why. What did Bernie Mac say? The most beautiful thing that she said was, "Fuck you, pay me." And so now they monetize the cheeks, right? But more than that, you guys should be traveling also for a little bit of relaxation, some rest, some stress, de-stress. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's hard to travel anywhere in the Dominican Republic and not be harassed by vendors or someone begging or even chicas begging. Like it's hard. It's almost impossible. But if I had to name places where you can avoid some of that, Barahuna is probably it. Is they don't beg too much over there. Um, when I was in Samana, the vendors were begging, like they try to upcharge you in Samana, but we had people with us and they fixed all that. They tried to charge us crazy amounts of money for fish that was not even fresh. Um, Nagua, from all I hear, probably is the same thing because it's the mouth before you get to Las Tarenas or Samana. It's like a gate where you can either go to Santiago from there or you can go, south to Punta Cana. So it's a real, important location. You know what I'm saying? So you may run into that, but all of y'all know how to navigate Dominican Republic as far as dealing with the people. You either choose not to, or you do, or you know how to say no. And the best way to say no is to say no. Um, every language has no. How do they say no in Chinese? No. How do probably? Let me. I'll be wrong, and there's something else. Um, in Portuguese, now there's no. Just say no. So you know what I'm saying. You know how to deal with the Dominican. That's like the precursor. Like say no. Um, Cartagena is the same way. Cartagena is probably. Oh man, Cartagena was when I first got there. It was overwhelming. But Cartagena is you have to say no a lot. But they you don't have to almost want to put hands on them. Those places that you almost want to put. I've heard that about Jamaica, where you almost want to put hands on people. You just gotta tell them like, yo, no, I'm good, bro. I said no, I good. If I wanted it, I'll buy it. You know what I'm saying? No, or they hit you with some football numbers for prices, which is crazy, or some basketball scores. Like, yeah, it's gonna be this. So you just gotta learn how to say no, guys. These are things that you guys. These are places that I selected for you guys to go. I haven't even touched all the places that you guys can go in in uh in as an alternative to Sosua. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great places all up and down this Caribbean coast, all up around in the Atlantic Caribbean coast or the west side. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of places where you can go to get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your vacation, quietly clap some cheeks. If you are a YouTuber that want to capture some creek cam, if that's what you into, um, you could do that anywhere, man. You could set it. You can go downtown Boston and set up some damn. You can go to the beach right now in Boston and set up some damn creek cams if that's what you into. So there's always going to be markets for that. The problem is that guys got too comfortable to being around in a foreign country. Guys got comfortable with being in a foreign country around a bunch of gringos. That's what some guys feel comfortable stepping out and being in that area with a whole bunch of gringos because to me that's not traveling. I want to be somewhere where there's nobody that speaks my language. You understand? So you guys can, if that's you and you are ready to step out, I just gave you a list of places that you can tap in at and try and enjoy yourself. um and if you really brave, I mean shit, if you really brave and you want to do the thizzle, there is no other country in this hemisphere that has more spots that you boys can travel to that's low key and out the way. And I'm pretty sure you can find mangoes all up and down the coast of Brazil. Fortaleza. There's another town in between Fortaleza that Fortaleza is famous. What's the other spot? There's another spot with is it Icarai? I think it is. I think this is one. But there's a lot of places that y'all boys can travel to in Brazil. Brazil is famous for this. Brazil is famous for these small little beach towns that nobody's ever heard of. That's like packed with Brazilians. Like I got a spot that I'm never gonna tell anybody. I got three spots that I'm never gonna tell anybody. Oh, it's Natal. So Fortaleza, and Natal, really good spots. Some baddies out there. Some baddies out there. You know what I mean, you can't mess with Brazil. You can't all of this. Recife, They don't call it Recife, they call it Recife, because their R is pronounced with like a H. Recife. He said this place, another one. And then this is another I can't pronounce it. A lot of beach places. Then you'll come to Salvador. You know what I'm saying? So Brazil has tons of places all up and down this coast where it's a nice little beach town, nice little beaches. The Brazilians love the beach. That's what their lifestyle is. That's what they love. They love beaches. Um, from everything I've seen, and so you're gonna find a party at the beach in Brazil, all up and down this coast, all up and down this coast, and you're gonna find baddies, you're gonna find single ladies, you're gonna find ladies you're gonna find P for P, you're gonna find all of that. You're gonna find that extended stay experience. You're gonna find all of that. The spot that I like, I'll give you one of them. I'm gonna give you one of the spots I like. That's a low key, right? It's outside of Rio, so I'm gonna give you one of the spots I like. Where is it at? Where the hell is it at? Niterói. There's a lot of people that know about Niterói. Niterói's dope. That's one spot. The other spots I can't give you. There's another spot somewhere, somewhere around here. And then there's another spot that I will never tell anybody. It's somewhere down here, right? But Niterói is a good spot. You can find some baddies if you don't want to do the real shit. Down here, it's Itapua. You could go there. Um, Anywhere on the coast, bro, you're gonna have a good time, bro. You're never gonna lose. You're never gonna lose. My boy say Jay Mitch said, "Fuck Brazil." I hear you. I hear you. Cowboy in the house. DR is the worst country I've ever visited. Oh man, that's tough. AC. Blind travel in the building. Salute. I've been to over 21 countries, and I can definitely still tell you guys that DR still has the best women overall, and it's safer than Colombia. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna dis. I'm probably gonna disagree with you as the best women overall, but I'm gonna say it's definitely safer than Colombia for a fact. Um, um, Best women. Yeah, nah, nah. They bad though, but nah. The headache that comes with it is too much. Uh, Salute, cowboy. yo, yo, he said, yo, just straight like that. DL's oh man, might have to, might have to might have to waterboard you for that information. Oh man, hit me on the side, hit me on the side, and I'll give it to you. But this place is. Hold on, I might not be able to give it to you because TC in the building, the Cowboys in the building. I might not be able to give it to you, but I'll give you the spot. I'll give you the spot that's on the coast. I could give you that on the side. I don't really want people to know too much about that spot because I like to go there. I like the fact that there's not a lot of gringos over there, and there's some bad bitches over there. There's some bad bitches, and they will talk to you. They will speak to you. That's a fact. Oh, how you doing? Do you want a drink? What? You gonna buy me a drink? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wild work, fellas. It's starting to rain. I'm about to get up out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this little short thing. Just wanted to tap in and say there's more places besides the sewer, gentlemen, that y'all can get your freak on. Whatever you into, don't give up. Nah, I'm not. I will not, TC. I will not. I will not. I will not. That spot is beautiful. That spot is beautiful, brother. I'm telling you, TC, that spot. Thank you. I'm gonna say thank you to TC. Anthony right here. I'm gonna say thank you. That spot is nice, relaxing, it's peaceful. Everything you need is there. It's beautiful. I'm gonna keep it quiet though. But the other place I could give y'all, Let me just check. Let me get some destinations in that place, some spots, and then I'll give it to y'all probably tomorrow. Uh, we're gonna tap in tomorrow. So I'm gonna get up out of here. It's starting to rain. Uh, Cloud is moving in. And yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning into the BOB, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this quick little video. Please do me a favor. Just share it. Just put it in your groups, your Discords. Share it to your Discord, your groups, whoever it is. It's not, I don't need the views per se, but I want to spread this information. This information is important in a space that we don't really get a lot of information, or we get broken information, and we're getting more fuckery more than good stuff. So let's just share this information and uh, travel. Get some stamps on your passport, man. Enjoy yourself. I'll see y'all the next time, maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow if it's not raining like this. Yeah. All right. Good night, fellas.